I think we're live.
No, we're
Chat.
not
Are we
live. We're
live?
not live. We're not fucking live. We're dead American politics without Tyrone today.
The, but Tyrone, we can clearly hear you.
No! No! Hi guys, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, what is up, people of the internet?
Same
It is
old
me, Real American. As you can tell, we're joined by Tyrone and Poster Tubbs.
Poster Tubbs is here. You guys know the rigmarole. Like, share, comment, subscribe, dollar a day, super chats help the channel out. Let's get straight into it. There have been some very interesting things, including
Share
Senator
it with your
Chris
friends.
Murphy. Yeah, share with your friends, including Senator Chris Murphy of New Jersey, who is saying that people need to pick a side because democracy is on the line because Trump wants to hang all Democrats now.
Oh yeah,
Trump made a fucking. Let's hop right into it. Trump made a fucking post saying we need to hang seditious Democrat House members, senators, and veterans.
Now, yeah, let me pull this up. So basically, President Trump, for those that don't know, yesterday, in fact, there were a bunch of Democrats running around and telling service members to ignore the president's orders. Which, Tyrone, is that illegal? You're the expert in this.
Yes, you swear an oath to the Constitution. You follow the orders of the President of the United States to the best of your ability. I could literally recite my fucking oath of enlistment from memory right now.
Yeah. So this insanity that they're pushing, that like, oh, these veteran members, they have to, or service members, they got to ignore the president's orders to save democracy. If they ignore the orders of the president, we have a huge problem.
I do solemnly swear I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and here's the important part, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of officers appointed over me, according to regulations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, so help me God. The oath of commissioned officers is the same. It's that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter, so help me God.
Yeah, and the worst part about this, it's not like it's a random congressmen or women. These are people that served. These are people that were in the military, the CIA, and they're saying, yeah, you have to ignore the president's orders to save democracy. I don't give a shit who the president is. Even under Biden, it's like, don't ignore the president's orders.
Hey, assholes, I enlisted under President Biden.
Yeah.
No fucking excuses.
Yeah, this is insane. I mean, what is Trump doing that's like such a threat to these people? That's a crazy thing. It's like, wait, what has Trump done to make the people make the military ignore him? What has he done? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, are they just mad about the ICE raids? Which, before Biden, like even though Obama's deportation numbers are exaggerated, ICE did do raids with Obama. It's like just not as much as some people think.
Yeah, well, and plus that was back then. They had way more ICE agents because so that's misleading. They had way more ICE agents. They had the border wide open. So yeah. So Dan for 5, I'm glad that Trump advanced and not attend Cheney's funeral. They didn't even get invited, so that should tell you everything about the Cheneys. Saul Goodman
you're in super chat. Go ahead.
Saul Goodman for 2. AI bubble starting to pop. Nvidia saved us. They saved us yesterday with their earnings call. So
I sold all my Nvidia like
dumbass.
Today morning.
Buy gold.
Oh, today morning.
Buy gold. Dear viewers,
I bought like $10,000 worth of gold.
Damn.
Dear viewers, I am pleading and begging with you. Buy gold. Gold will hit $10,000 by 2030. If you start saving up and buying gold right now, you will be able to do a lot in the future. I myself am saving up for land and a house.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Hey, Rap, sorry for being late. I was watching Lord of the Rings. Oh, nice. American Nerd for 2. So what's happening today? A lot's happening. Trump's is calling casually calling for the putting people in jail and like basically beheading people.
By the way, Tyrone, I made the right decision. Nvidia's falling fast. I sold it this morning. I made like
Nvidia. Oh yeah, it's not just Nvidia too. AMD's collapsing. Bitcoin is fucking falling. Like Bitcoin's in free fall right now.
Yeah, but like
it is a bad day for crypto and tech stocks, man.
Yeah, so NVIDIA did save it from completely imploding upon itself, like 80%, but then it's still not looking good.
I'm gonna say this, chat. If you feel like building a new computer, do it now. I just bought myself a new motherboard, processor, and RAM.
In my perfect time.
RAM is getting really. Get with me after the stream or later today. I could put together a parts list for you with a budget. I will say, I spent $550 on a single 2-stick kit of RAM. Granted, I got two
Jesus.
32 gig sticks, so I have 64 gigs. But I digress.
I heard about that. I don't know. My computer's fine, but like we'll see. American Nerd for 2. So what's happening today? Rather ready. Lots going on. But yeah, so
there's a lot going on there. Let's see. Hold on. Let me call off the top of my head. We had that shit with Trump, obviously. A study, like a comprehensive study, came out displaying that on average about 30% of all quote unquote white criminals in the United States are actually Hispanic. And when properly accounted for, white crime rates drop by like what, 6%? Black crime rates drop by 1%. Hispanic crime rate spikes by about what, 33% or something like that?
Yeah, it's something insane. So the funny thing is, the crime rate for black people, it's actually way less than, or way better than people think it is. That's a funny thing about this. It's like, look at this shit.
Not by much.
Yeah, but it still goes down by a couple percent.
The white and Asian crime rate is like literally non-existent.
Look at this.
I should mention the rate of success for that study, like the rate of people successfully identified, 92%. In less than half a year, we were able to clarify a major pain in the ass for the census and for prison statistics with the race of criminals, because people are just intentionally fucking malicious.
Yeah, they're I mean, it's like, and I guarantee you, this proves like those bullshit studies on immigrants. They're bullshit. This proves it. Seriously, look at this. This chart right here, percent change in criminal record rates.
Dude, I work.
We're losing you.
I've been saying for a little bit now.
Oh, you're cutting out. Tyrone, you're cutting out. We lost Tyrone. Damn it. Well, we lost.
What about
him.
now?
Oh, that's better. So repeat everything you just said.
Yeah, I was saying. You know me, I work with ICE.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while, Hispanic crime numbers are way higher than people actually think they are. And now we have confirmation for what we already knew. There's anti-white racial, there is this specific kind of anti-white profiling going in the prison systems of these states where they intentionally racially misidentify these criminals as white so that they can keep immigrant violent crime rate numbers down and just crime rates in general.
Yeah. It's just utter insanity. This is nuts. I mean, we're not even talking about like some racial thing. It's just the fact that we are purposely misleading people on the statistics. The crime rates have been always way worse than they report. We know that from DC, for crying out loud. It's like, they're told not to report crimes and then like just say it's like a misdemeanor and stuff. It's insane. So yeah, this chart proves it, and the whole study's right here. I'll pull the tweet. Yeah. So what they did was I was gonna
say for those of you who follow me, I retweeted everything in that thread. I have a link. I retweeted it as well. You could easily find it on my profile. Rap, I'm pretty sure, retweeted it as well.
Yeah, and again, this is not some racist thing. It's just the fact that what they did is they looked at, I think it was, 5.5 million criminal records and a bunch of mugshots. Because what was happening is people, what's that guy's name from North Carolina? Shit. It was like, that guy that became a Republican, the fucking, what's his fucking name? I think it's Matt Swole, I think his name is. Yeah, basically he's
something like that.
Yeah, so he people discovered this for years, but he was the first one to realize, oh, wait, like he's looking at North Carolina records, and these accounts, or these mugshots and stuff, these people are not white. Just objectively, they're Hispanic. And like the past records have Hispanic. Yeah. These past records had they're Hispanic, but now they're white. And what they did is they scraped 5.5 million records, and 29% of Hispanics are being misclassified as white. And we're not talking about, oh, they're clearly white. These people, they're not white at all.
They're visibly brown. They're not castizos. They're not blancos. They're very clearly mestizos.
Yeah. And so, that's even been racist.
Sometimes they're even not even mestizos.
Yeah. It's like, it's some of these people, they look.
Yeah, some of those motherfuckers are outright Indios or Africanos.
Some of those motherfuckers make me look white in comparison, okay?
Yeah, you don't look white, and they make you look white, which is fucking impressive.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Cheney was given a funeral. He doesn't deserve one. Well, he was a VP, so yeah. Mark for 2. Why does Luke love Dick Cheney so much? No, it's just a meme.
It's
I don't know. Let's focus.
I think with Luke, he doesn't like
on the actual stream talk.
Yeah, well, basically,
I
it's
think
like
with Luke, he doesn't like Cheney politically, but he admires him as a he won for his side, which is like, yeah, if we had like a MAGA version of Dick Cheney, it would be fucking awesome.
He did some wild shit. People don't realize how much wild shit he did as VP. So he did some wild shit to win. I mean, it worked obviously, but yeah. So.
Yeah, like shooting someone in the face.
We won't go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, this whole study thing about the criminal records.
This to me tomorrow.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I saw this. At first I had to I had to double check this, but it's true. You can look up at basically any state that has mugshot stuff, look it up. These people are not being classified as Hispanic or whatever. They're being classified as white. Because they want to pump up the crime stats for white people, and they want to make it look not as bad across the board, but blame white people for it. That's what they do here. And it's bad.
Remember, the Democratic Party is fundamentally the anti-white party. There is no reconciling this.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's going viral. People are realizing this. And they also looked at, they did it by state also. And take a guess. Which state has the worst? Yeah, it's Florida. I got it right here.
60% of all Cubans in Florida identify as white.
Yeah. Look at this shit.
That should not be a thing.
I mean, look at Kentucky. It's 50% are misclassified. I know it's margin of errors and stuff. Look at Oregon, Michigan, Mississippi. These states, except Florida, they don't have large Hispanic populations. Yet they're being misclassified.
Fucking Arkansas, too.
Yeah.
Fucking Arkansas, Tennessee. What the fuck are deep South states like Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama doing? Mislabeling over 50% of their fucking Hispanic inmates as white.
Guarantee you these are Democrat cities. I guarantee you, like in Oregon, it's Portland. It's Portland doing this shit.
Definitely. I think with a lot of these.
Arkansas, it's like fucking. With Arkansas, it's like fucking Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Texarkana, Little Rock, Bentonville, all those fucking cities.
Like at least with Florida, it kind of makes sense. But these other states, what the fuck? Why is Kentucky here? Why is Mississippi here? Why is Tennessee here? Or Arkansas? Wow.
Why the fuck am I seeing a Green Bay Packers flag in suburban Austin?
Yeah! We're taking over.
Losers.
Oh gosh. Oregon doesn't have a
losers. Oh, they have a fucking Kamala Harris sign.
Damn it. Never mind. Fuck those people. They're not we don't accept them. But yeah, this is bad. Is California not on the list because it doesn't record race? I guarantee you they don't. And it's probably 100% California. So, yeah. American Nerd for 6. As much as I hate Cheney, I do admire how he got crap done and for the GOP to win stuff. I wish Vance has much more power as he did, but used for good. Well, yeah, I mean, Dick Cheney, he didn't give a shit. He just cared about winning.
Anyway, let's see. So there's that crime shit. I think we've just about covered it, unless you guys want to get into like the fucking statistical data behind it.
Well, I mean, like the scary thing is we're not even. I don't want to look at California. That's a scary thing.
Texas and California are not on that list. Last I checked,
Yeah, they're not.
the two largest states, Texas and California, are not in there because I guarantee you, Los Angeles, San Diego, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, San Francisco, Sacramento, Austin, El Paso, Harlingen, the Rio Grande Valley, Southern California in general. I guarantee you all these fucking hotbed areas for Hispanic populations, grossly overstating.
Well, and this is what I'm trying to tell people. It's like a bunch of these cities. I got to pull it up right here. The people keep saying, "Ooh, we have lower crime rates now." I've always hated that because you know why this bullshit? Look at the amount of agencies that are not submitting data. Look at this shit.
Yeah,
32% of
you know what I want to know? I want to see rectified immigrant crime numbers when you account for all of this. I want to see what happens to the crime rates. I want to see what happens to white, Hispanic, and black crime rates when you properly adjust for this population shift, and you then go and say, okay, well, now we're removing X, Y, Z. Like, what's going to happen there? How hard is Hispanic crime actually going to drop off with these deportations?
I don't know.
How much will white and black crime change?
And you know the funny thing is, take a look at the states that have the most like departments that don't participate in this shit. Look at this. It's a states with large immigrant populations. Funny how that works.
You also remember something, that a lot of the most criminally inclined Hispanics are not just like, oh, they're illegal. Obviously, they're criminals, but by definition. But the most criminally minded Hispanics are usually illegals or anchor babies.
Well, no, those bullshit studies from 20 years ago say otherwise, which is just those studies are bullshit for obvious reasons. So, yeah. American Nerd Rye Guy for 2. Oregon has a sizable Hispanic population. Yeah, but that should not be like in the same stratosphere as like Florida. That's ridiculous. I'm Battlefield for 5. Well, most of the Cubans down there came during the 50s revolutions and were white and mostly middle class and also vote GOP. I get that. That's why Florida's one thing. They have that Cuban population. I get that, but really, 70%. K-Cup for 2. Thanks for taking the liberal Green Bay fans, Tyrone. Yeah, thanks for taking them, Tyrone.
I hate you all.
Tristan for 5. Trump should have made the bill signing for Epstein Files an event with the victims. Seemed like a missed opportunity. I agree, but I think he was sick of it. That's why he was like, screw it, I'll just sign this piece of shit
bill. I don't
bill.
think he gave enough of a fuck, which I can't even blame him for.
I can understand. After the shit he had to go through with Thomas Massie, which, by the way, speaking of Massie and them, I kind of announced this yesterday, but for those that don't know, America First Insight is getting an update to its scorecard for the House and Senate. And we're taking into account amendment votes, sponsorships of bills and stuff, because I'm getting sick and tired of this Thomas Massie shit. Oh, he's actually based, guys, because he did one halfway decent thing we wanted. And you see that, by the way, it's like these people are celebrating like, yeah, you guys attacked Thomas Massie for not passing anything. But
these are the same people. These are the same people celebrating Marjorie Taylor Greene for that one immigration thing, even though she was the one who shut down Doge. And the only reason she's acting this performatively right-wing is because she's trying to outflank Trump. You cannot outflank Trump. You cannot outflank Trump on the right if fucking Hakeem Jeffries and Jasmine Crockett are fucking praising you. I'm sorry.
If you're being shilled by those two, that's the problem. That's the issue with what Taylor Greene's doing. I mean, again, people can change their minds. I'm not even denying that, but how do you go from one of the most Zionist Republicans
Massie and Green have lost the fucking plot.
Yeah.
Massie and Green lost the fucking plot, and people need to stop excusing them.
The only thing, like, I will give credit for Massie because he's consistent 80% of the time. MTG's not. She just decides which way. She knows which way the wind is blowing.
I was a Marjorie Taylor Greene truther from day one. You were there. I said that this is not a stable woman. This is someone who's here solely because she looks pretty and she's a firebrand. She has no political positions of her own. I said this day one, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did, Tyrone. I also said that. I was always anti.
Yeah.
MTG,
Tubbs and Toaster Tubbs and Tyrone Powers were right all along.
Also, MTG's not pretty. She looks like a troon. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. Anyways.
Yeah, she has a very androgynous. She has a sexually androgynous face.
Okay, anyways. Enough of that. So, this whole thing is just this. Again, we have a scorecard
What's the
coming up.
next big thing?
But yeah, I just want to let everybody know the scorecard's going to come out, I think, soon. I don't know when, but we're working on it. We're going to weigh based on, like, how important, like, a vote is. So, like, for example, if you vote yes on, like, the big, beautiful bill, that's obviously more important than, like, voting yes on, like, censuring somebody or whatever. But okay. So before we really get into the Trump stuff, I really want to segue into what they discovered in Minnesota. So everybody knows about the immigrant population in
yeah, $1.7 million in taxpayer money going to misdiagnose Somali children as autistic so they could send their money back to North Somalia to feed your taxpayer dollars are going to fund ethnic clan tribal blood feuds halfway across the world. And if you don't want to cut that off, you're called fucking racist and homophobic and xenophobic and all of this shit.
Look at this shit. Medicaid autism claims in 2018 was only 3 million. And this is 2023. So we're 2 years, that's 2 years before this. $399 million.
And by the way, this is without USAID. This is with USAID. I don't want to say USAID down. USAID is constitutionally established, but USAID has been under the current administration successfully like 99% defunded and declipped in terms of what they can actually do.
Right here. It says right here.
Imagine how many fucking states are doing the same thing with do people understand? God, John, I wish you were here, John. He would be able to tell you all about how easily prone the healthcare system is to abuse.
Yeah, he would of all people know.
Old people, like, it's bad. It's bad, guys. I don't think people I truly, honestly think people would go onto the streets and riot and start a revolution overnight if they knew just how many trillions of dollars are wasted at a federal and state level on Medicare, Medicaid, disability claims, welfare in general, to fund stupid bullshit with immigrants and minority groups in the United States.
And people understand, this is one single program in one state that they're getting 400 million. And again, it skyrocketed from 3 million just 5 years ago or 10 years ago to 400 million. And at the same time, the number of autism providers in the state went from 41 to 328. And
I'd like to point out,
Minnesota.
Sorry.
Well, I was just saying, many of these are in the Somali community, establishing their own autism treatment centers, citing the need for quote-unquote culturally appropriate programming.
I would like to point out, Minnesota is one of those states where it's like straight up piss easy to get a fraudulent license to practice medicine. Yeah. You can establish your own. Hey, what's up, Real Texan?
This is crazy. I'm just reading more of this. 1 in 16 Somali 4-year-olds in the state had reportedly been diagnosed with autism. Holy shit. A rate more than triple the state average.
1 in what now?
So in Minnesota, they uncovered a massive scheme with a Somalian community where they're stealing $400 million a year just from one program in Medicaid for autism. These kickback payments range from $300 to $1,500 per month. And real
I have begun to think that the only sane, logical, and rational response to dealing with all the fraud in our country is literally to just burn the federal government structure down overnight. There is so much systematic so much widespread systematic calculated arithmetic corruption in the federal government that it is literally best to just declare it might literally be the best thing possible to do what the French do and just declare the Second American Republic. Because the first one is so comically corrupt and financially underwater that saying anything and everything is illegitimate.
All right, before we continue, K-Cup for 2. I know Tampon Tim fucked up Minnesota, but holy shit. Yeah, again, this is one program of Medicaid. One! And it gets even worse because Tyrone's kind of hinted at it earlier.
Tim, I'm friends with school shooters. Walls has allowed the state to be literally plundered. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund ethnic and tribal feuds in states halfway across the world that I guarantee you that you probably couldn't even point to a fucking map on.
Yeah, I am Battlefield for 2. Representative Jody Arrington is retired from Congress. Oh, really? Arrington's retiring? I didn't see that. Gustavo G for 5. Barris, Israel/Epstein were the reason for Virginia and New Jersey. The shutdown was a distant third. He has completely lost. What the hell? He actually said that? That Epstein caused the... Oh, my God.
Wait, what now, Barris?
Barris has gone off his fucking goop. I mean, he hasn't been reliable after 2022, but...
Barris said that Israel and Epstein were the reason that Republicans lost in Virginia and New Jersey, not the shutdown.
Isn't he going to run for Senate in North Carolina?
He's going to run for Senate, that's what I heard.
North Carolina because Laura Trump won't enter the race.
For the record, we have the exit polls, by the way. I can just pull up the exit polls right now. Where are you at? Right here. Exit polls. Most important issue. Oh.
Economy, immigration.
It's the economy and healthcare. Nothing about foreign policy. I made a whole video on this yesterday. I proved in Virginia, all that happened was a shutdown. That's why the margins were so bad. You had a shutdown, the economy was getting bad. Not freaking... These people don't give a rat's ass about Epstein. Nobody cares. Okay, people want to release, fine. But to say that's the reason you lost? Are you insane? Are you stupid?
Pollsters are often disconnected from reality.
That's
yeah.
True. K-Cup for 5.
Except my man Mark Mitchell at Rasmussen Reports.
Yeah, Mark Mitchell. Listen, for those that don't know Mark Mitchell, he's a really good guy. He's one of the few that has not lost his damn mind, for crying out loud. He's understanding like what the issues are. Yeah, you may say he's doing at times, but he is actually doing stuff. For crying out loud.
I say that because he follows me. So shout out to Marky Mark.
Well, he's a good bunch. What I'm saying is like he literally talked to President Trump 2 days ago or whatever it was. He went to the White House like he was invited there to talk about what's going on, and apparently they listened. So, K-Cup for 5. It's not like Barris who just like dooms about stuff and like says, "Oh, Epstein's the reason you lost."
Yeah. All right. Well, but getting back on track, yeah, Minnesota. It's
cooked.
Bleak.
Yeah,
it's bleak.
K-Cup for 5. My brother went to college at St. Cloud, Minnesota, prior to Walz being elected. He said despite the Somalians, the state was incredible. Democrats equal destroyed. Yeah, it's just the last 10 years it went to shit. And it gets even worse. We are... Oh my gosh. So for those that don't know, there is a... Well, most people know this. There's a massive Somalian community in Minneapolis. It's just a fact. I don't know what the percent is. Anybody know what percent is Somalian?
No, it is a significant amount.
I think they're underestimating it.
Oh, big time.
It is a significant enough amount to where Jacob Free, the incumbent fucking mayor, was able to win re-election by playing the various clans off one another.
Yeah, for those
because the Somali Islamic lefto socialist, the Islamo leftist communist. What's his fucking name? He looks like the fucking Gooner meme.
Oh,
literally,
Fatah?
Fatah. He lost because Jacob Frey got the opposite party Or he
Yeah.
got the opposite clan to
For
endorse
those
him.
that misunderstand what Tyron's saying, basically what's going on is in Somalia right now, it's a shithole. It's a shit show. You have like 20 clans fight each other, hate each other, want to kill each other. Well, the population's grown so much in Minneapolis with these people. There are now ethnic feuds happening on the streets in Minneapolis now.
You know what I call this?
What?
Clash of Clans.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you guys heard too. I've been listening to the stream for the past like 10 minutes because I was walking back to my car from work. Yeah, did you guys hear too that in Minneapolis they're having this like part of the reason that Fatah lost the mayorship was because there's like two rival fucking clans.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
talking about that.
I literally just
You
fucking
are-
said that, yes.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
you-
what Tyrone
sure,
was
no.
talking about, and rap too.
Okay, the stream must have been lagging behind because when I got off, you guys were talking about like just talking about the like
Okay,
healthcare
sorry
thing
about that.
still. It must have been lagging behind a bit.
Yeah.
For
So,
me.
by the way,
Let's,
Calling for this fucking satire post about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo being in a
I don't give a fuck about Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
I
no one
want to
gives
get
a
to the
shit.
fucking. I want to get
Yeah,
to
I
the
know.
fucking meat
Yeah,
and potatoes of
but,
this
but,
shit.
but yeah, we have.
Let's talk about Trump saying we need to hang seditious Democrats.
Well, before we move on from Somalia stuff, so Tyron was hinted at this earlier, but in 2023 alone, the Somalian population in Minneapolis gave Somalia $1.7 billion in 1 year. This is more than the Somalian government's budget for that entire year. Look at this shit. An estimated 40% of households in Somalia get remittances. How do you say it? I'm spurging
So
out.
Somalia basically
Remittances.
just giving their
Remittances.
population away to Minnesota
Look at this.
in exchange for money.
What they're doing is they're collecting money from Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security because of autism or whatever. Turn around and send the money to Somalia. We're sending more money to Somalia than they have in their entire budget. This is
Now,
one
why
city,
did
by
they
the way.
why did Somalia send their population to Minnesota of all places?
Because
I
they're
just want to
accepting it.
point out Obama was the one who started all these mass relocations to Somalis.
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
calculated
obviously.
effort.
Basically what happened is states like Minnesota, they opened up the refugee program. And yeah, it's 1.7 billion in one city for one community. God knows what's like in Maine too, by the way, because Maine has a huge population as well. The same shit's there. So 40% of households in Somalia are getting money from us. So this is just wow. A couple super chats to catch up to. American Nerd for 2. Bear/Barnes make Golem sound somewhat sane. Force Man for 2. Dan Crenshaw might actually lose now. Oh, he might be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say.
Wait, did
I
y'all
just
talk
want to
about
say.
that at all?
I just want to say this. You guys wonder why the cost of living is going up so heavy, and then we hear about shit like this.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. How the hell has Minnesota not gone bankrupt? Because it's the federal government funding this shit. That's why. We're just paying infinite money. And people are saying we got breaking news. Hold up. We got breaking news, everybody. Yep.
About Ukraine.
Yep, breaking news via Axios. Breaking. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has told U.S. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll that he is willing to work with the Trump administration on its new plan to end the war in Ukraine and Russia. And for those that don't know what the plan is, it's a 28-point plan. I can't really pull it up because, yeah. But basically, Ukraine are dumbasses for not taking the deal like 2 months ago. Because now they have to give up a lot of shit for the war to end. And I think Zelensky's realizing that if he wants an independent Ukraine, he has to agree to this damn deal and work on it. And President Trump has signed off on this, and it gives Russia those two regions. What are they called again? It's what are the two regions they're fighting over again?
Luhansk and Donetsk.
Yeah. So
I'd
that's
like
what.
to point out that like you got to realize this too in Ukraine. There's a lot of factions in the country. Zelensky, you got to remember back in 2019 when Zelensky was elected, he was seen as the more pro-Russia, like kind of soft on, well, not pro-Russia, but like more soft on Russia candidate. And because I see all these people who I don't really understand the conflict saying, oh, Zelensky needs to go. Zelensky's holding back peace. If anything, anyone who would replace Zelensky would be even more hawkish and would
Yeah.
want to keep the war going on longer. So I always thought that was, I kind of figured eventually Zelensky was going to come to this, but you do got to realize, like, his government is made up of a bunch of different voices that have a bunch of different takes, a bunch of different positions. He is probably like the coolest head in the room, like the most realistic
That's
person
saying
in the
something,
room.
by the way.
That's the thing. Like, because when Zelensky says something, that doesn't mean that's personally what he wants to see. There's a lot of different forces in his government kind of competing, because you got to remember, too, he's kind of an outsider. So consider it kind of like Trump's first term when he was just getting the lay of the land. He was an outsider he'd never been in. Like, Zelensky was a fucking actor before he became president. You got
He
to
was a
remember.
comedian.
Mhm.
He was a comedian.
Yeah, so he's not like a seasoned politician. So there's a lot of different kind of factions at play. And like, because people are like, because a while ago, Trump's administration was trying to get, what's his face? Poroshenko back in. Poroshenko is like one of the most hawkish, like, fucking people in the country. It's like, why would you want this guy back in? And ultimately, that deal fell through for obvious reasons. But I kind of figured this would eventually happen. And I think Western Europe's going to protest, but I don't think there's much they can
Man,
do.
I don't give a fuck about this Ukraine deal. I want to talk about the Democratic Party losing their shit because Trump said heads need to roll.
Yeah, American Nerd for 2. Hold on. Eli for 27. Somalis migrate the Nordic regions over the world. I don't know why that's
Lutheran
the case.
Church.
Maybe. American Nerd for 2. Democrats, Trump is surrendering Ukraine to Putin. Oh yeah, they're gonna say, yeah, Trump surrendered Ukraine, even though Zelensky's realized.
I will say that we have to make sure that Ukraine is still guaranteed. Our security guarantees in the deal, because I think
Yes.
that needs.
It's guarantees for both Europe and the U.S.
Okay, that's good. So even if they don't officially join NATO, they're basically a de facto NATO member. They got
Yeah.
security. So that was my biggest thing. Like, we shouldn't have let Ukraine go without.
Yeah, so
guarantees,
let's-
'cause that would basically invite Russia to come in and finish the job. eventually.
Eli for 27. Look it up. Somalis chase their ethnic descendants. I didn't know that. Okay, so we have to talk about what Trump said earlier. We talked a little about this before, but the big story of the day is President Trump is calling for executions, and he did retweet this, by the way. Did someone get the tweet up? Ah, shit. Where did he post? Because he retweeted something on Truth Social where it's like,
It was on Truth Social.
yeah, I gotta pull this up.
I'd grab it, but I am driving and I'm not going to text to drive.
Yeah, I gotta pull this up. Trump. There you go. He retweeted something. There we go. He retweeted this idea that hang them George Washington would. Yeah, Trump actually said that or retweeted that.
Why did that dude say it like he was fucking Yoda? Hang them, George Washington would.
I don't know. But yeah, so the main thing is Trump is saying that this is seditious behavior because.
Oh, the whip is out.
So what do you guys think about Trump saying we gotta like start killing people?
I think that it says a lot about the current state of the Department of Justice and the Trump administration if he has to publicly call for them to be executed by state officials instead of simply being able to do it himself. It
Dude.
speaks as to how little control
Just
Trump actually holds over the federal government, despite him being president.
bring back the Bain Court, like Poster Tubbs proposes. Just bring back freaking Scarecrow. Let him be the judge, jury, and executioner. That's how you solve half these problems. I'm joking. of
Exile
course.
or death.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, like, the crazy thing is, they're literally saying this, and you got, like, Pam Bondi going to run around and, like, say we can't do anything. Trump can't even control Pam Bondi, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
That's the
Trump
issue
can't
here.
control his own cabinet. That's why you still have fucking Brooke Rollins acting like a dumbass talking about how we need H-1Bs, and you have fucking Kristi Noem talking about H-1Bs. Like, even if his admin is 3 separate factions vying for control, Trump should have enough fucking government as the chief executive officer of the United States government
This was always a
to be
concern I
able to
had.
do the utmost of basic of fucking things, like commit to a criminal investigation into these characters.
This was always my concern with this admin. All right, even before Trump got inaugurated, he got sworn in and stuff. The concern was always, could he control the federal government? And yes, there's been a lot of people fired, but the DOJ and FBI, there are so many swamp creatures still living there. They have not been fired yet.
DOW too, Department of War too.
Yeah.
You still have a lot of top brass generals who need to go.
These swamp creatures are staying in here. We're not firing everybody. We fired people, but especially DOJ, we're like giving people like promotions when they're the ones that targeted Trump and stuff. I heard about this. It's like, what are we doing here? And Trump's trying to make them fire people, but they're literally not. And now Trump's got trapped because can anybody else become the attorney general? Can anybody get through the Senate?
Gates should have never rescinded his nomination.
Yeah, it just it
You know,
hurts.
Gates would not have gotten confirmed, and at
They
this
would have
point,
put him in a
probably-
bullshit position. Be like, oh, he's the freaking
Well,
acting.
at this point now, he probably would have been fired because I think there was more information that came out with his scandal.
I don't know. K-Cup for 5. Trump, you can have death, you can have exile if you pay 4 easy payments of $49.99. You can upgrade a death by exile. Art of the deal, probably. Yeah. You want a death by exile? Just pay us money. American Nerd for 2. Democrats can use this in their ads next year. Who gives a shit?
I don't know.
Who cares?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're gonna impeach him anyways once they take back the House. like,
Yeah.
They're gonna
immediately.
impeach him. Nothing's gonna fucking happen, and then they're gonna do the same fucking shit they tried with Trump on Vance in 28. It's
My only
always
issue is
bet on nothing.
My only issue
Always
with-
bet on
my
nothing.
main issue with what Trump said here is like, if they're committing seditious behavior, arrest them. Why is this game going on where you're saying this good stuff, but it's like, you don't do shit? That's what's so frustrating. They don't do jack shit. It's frustrating. American Nerd for 2. I think Mirez would get through confirmation, maybe. Maybe Mirez. Or like Bailey. But man, it just, can they just arrest somebody? Yeah, you got grand juries. But wait, has Comey been charged? Well, speaking of Comey, you guys see they fucked up that case? He might walk off scot-free.
Yeah. Fucking
Mhm.
giving him a mistrial is
This
crazy.
is insane. Yeah, they fucked up the grand jury shit. It's just unbelievable with Pam Bondi and the other bozo. If nobody gets thrown in prison, it's just, it's the way people think, what's the point?
Mhm.
Stop being negative. We're being a realist here. Like, being a realist is saying, like, nobody's been arrested yet. Why is Comey not in prison yet? Why isn't Brett Clapper not? Why are these people not in prison yet?
I don't know. Small government.
No, it's just people like Pam Bondi are dumbasses. They don't want to charge anybody. So I think they're throwing cases on purpose. I really think that's the case. They're throwing cases on purpose, so then they gotta throw anybody
They're
in prison.
clip farming. I've been saying
Yeah.
this since the elections. They're
Mhm.
clip farming. This entire administration is just fucking clip farming. They want the clips, and then they don't do jack shit. Okay, that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, look at and people say, well, oh, but like freaking, you can't do this shit. How many people did Biden arrest in his first year? First, like 5
Not
Not
months.
only arrest, Biden's admin week 1 was going to YouTube and Google and telling them to take down right-wing
Yeah.
content creators. Week 1, bro.
Within a day, they
They
had
were
like,
threatening them with regulation if they didn't. Luckily, Google came out and admitted this like a few weeks ago.
well, they wanted to get the blood off their hands. But,
Day
yeah.
1, they literally charged over 6,000 people with January 6th
Yeah.
shit.
Within days.
Some of whom were like miles away, like weren't even at the Capitol.
Yeah, it's like they were able to do all of this, and it wasn't popular because these were average people. They were doing this shit too. We're talking about going after James Comey, who nobody likes. Like, that's the difference. They can arrest thousands of people within days of being sworn in. They're able to go after Google, Facebook, all these big tech companies. Able to go after them. It's a joke. Let's see here. Fire Bondi. Yeah, like, has Bondi arrested a single person? Or charged anybody, I should say? We're at a point now, I don't think Comey's gonna get thrown in prison. Not even a misdemeanor. Because they fucked up that case. For those that don't know, a panic and meltdown. No, I'm just being a realist. Seriously, name a single person that's been charged of note. Within days of Biden winning, they were targeting every conservative organization.
I have to get back to work. Goodbye, chat.
All right, see ya.
I think the problem is the only people that are paying attention are on X, and that's what they're trying to appeal to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm getting so sick and tired of saying good stuff and then you don't do anything. Do something. Even if it's just one person being charged. Just
I think
somebody.
Bondi just needs to be like fired and then like, I don't know, like.
You gotta fire her. She's gotta go. I'm sorry, if Comey gets off scot-free and people are saying I'm doing
For Attorney General.
No.
Rap for Attorney General. I'm endorsing him right now.
For those that don't know about the Comey situation, basically, they fucked up the grand jury stuff. They didn't do it correctly. And now there might be a mistrial because of it. That's not me dooming. That's just a fact. So
you're dooming, Rap.
Yeah, I'm dooming by telling
You're
the
dooming
truth.
and you're gonna vote for Gavin.
Don't you understand any legitimate criticism of Trump is just dooming?
Yeah.
You're dooming and you're gonna vote for Gavin Newsom if Comey doesn't go to prison.
Yeah.
He confirmed it. He confirmed it. He's voted for Newsom.
All right.
Anyways, let's talk about Dan Crenshaw getting drunk in Mexico. He's denying it, but
yeah,
the video is there. He had what is it? I mean, it's not from Mexico, but he had empty alcohol bottles in his office while he was DJing.
Look at this shit. Yeah. So
yeah, if you live in Texas, second, vote for Steve Toth.
Yeah,
I know the map's in limbo, but
I still think the Supreme Court's gonna intervene and they're gonna say fuck you to the lower court.
Well, it depends on when, because I think the filing deadline is like literally in like maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We have a new
American Nerd for 2.
We have a new morning consult poll. 2028 presidential election. JD Vance up 1 over Gavin Newsom.
K-Cup for 2. Shut up. K-Cup for 2. Biden literally got Trump in court in a verdict. Yes. American Nerd for 2. So should there be Bain-like trials? Yes. Go on.
I think Vance was down to Harris by like 1 or 2 or something.
Let me pull this up. You said new poll from Morning Compost?
Yeah. Vance up 1 against
Newsom. I think.
Where's it at?
It's in general.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. So
let me send a different post because that one's only Vance and Newsom. Let me send a different one. Here's everything.
Morning Compost.
All right, so Vance +1 against Newsom, Newsom +2 against Rubio, Harris +1 against Vance, and Harris +2 against Rubio.
Okay, right here. Yeah, so Morning Compost, they have a new poll out, and yeah, Vance is winning. Vance wins in both scenarios.
We have we also have primary polls. I'm sure Republican primary is Vance up by a lot, but here's the Democrat one. Actually, it's Harris up.
Not a surprise. I still think she's a slight front runner. I think with the whole Newsom stuff, that was like a temporary bump. It was like, oh, we stopped the Orange Man, and then people realized, nothing changed.
In my opinion, it's either going to be Newsom or Harris. Like, it sounds like Harris is going to run. That's what it sounds. And if she runs, she wins. It comes down to, is she going to run? And if she doesn't run, it's going to be Newsom. Like, that's just who it's going to be.
Yeah, I think.
And then the Republican primary, Vance is up 42, Junior's at 19. Weird though, Rubio's at 3rd, but Rubio's at 3%, but he was the only other one being polled in the general election.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Donald Trump Jr. supports Vance, so you can.
Yeah, they're not freaking running. They're doing that on purpose to like lower Vance's margins. But no, guys, according to Rich Barris, Vance should skip on 2028 to 2032.
I will say though, a lot of these polls don't include Ted Cruz, and I think he's going to do a lot better than people think.
Jesus, no, he's not. My God, no, he's not.
No, he's not going to win anything. But he's going to do better than people.
He's going to get 5% of the vote in Iowa and drop out. That's what's going to happen.
I don't think he's going to get like 30%.
No, he's not. DeSantis couldn't even crack 20.
that was DeSantis. Okay, Ted Cruz is going to run as the evangelical candidate. And for the record, Trump himself, who was the former president, only got 51% in Iowa.
Because
Haley and
it's-
And
DeSantis
the other
combined.
thing you mentioned, well, hold on. The other thing to mention,
I'm telling you, I think he's going to do a
no,
lot
he's
better than
not.
people
This is
think.
stupid.
Hold on. All right, shut up. The other thing I should mention, DeSantis and Haley split the evangelical vote in Iowa.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure Cruz is not going to be the only evangelical. It's possible DeSantis doesn't even run. He probably will, but I don't know. I mean, I think if it's Cruz, DeSantis, and Haley, Vivek's not going to run. RFK is not going to run. Rubio's not going to run. I mean, I think Vance will get over 50. I think Iowa's usually the state that they all make a play for, and that just single-handedly is going to give them more votes in Iowa. Cruz probably will take second in Iowa. He may get like 10, 20%. If he stays for Texas, he'll probably do well in Texas, but even then, Vance will win every state except like maybe DC and Vermont again.
All right. Let's see. American Nerd for 2. So we do what France did. No, don't. Lord Rhino for 2. Bring back Soviet-style kangaroo courts. I agree. Bring them back for America. We need them.
Again, just the band style court system's ideal though. That's probably the most ideal.
Yeah. But yeah, for those that don't know, Rich Bear said like Trump needs to Vance should not run 28. They gotta lose on purpose. That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, Rubio took the fall for
even
AOC.
though he's really the Secretary of State.
What else is there? Zoran says, and I quote, "I intend to make it clear to President Trump that I will work with him on any agenda."
Fell for it again award.
Who said this? Who said
Zoran.
this?
Zoran.
Fell for it again meme, but it's a Mamdani voter.
I cannot wait. That's gonna be
Yeah.
because people are gonna realize quickly he can't do half the shit he promised to do.
I was saying
I will say though that didn't stop
Luke, stop
Kathy
interrupting.
Hochul from that didn't stop Kathy Hochul from raising the statewide tax rate to pay for her shit.
Yeah. Let's see. People need to be arrested. Well, yeah, that's a big issue. Like people say, "Oh, you're doing." Guys, it's been over a year and nobody's been charged yet. Give me a freaking break.
In other breaking news, by the way, Zoran Mamdani will require all New York elementary schools to learn Arabic numerals. What's next, guys? Sharia law?
Oh my god, I cannot believe that many
Shakira
people.
law.
They
The
did not.
Islamification
They don't
of New
realize
York
what
is
those
real.
are.
Miles Chung fell for it, by the way.
How do
That's
people not
funny.
understand that?
I thought he just said it was a joke. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he was kidding.
These people are just
And
stupid.
Corey Mills. Okay, I think there was a censure vote for Corey Mills, but I think it ended up just sending it to committee instead. We'll see what happens. Corey Mills is getting primaried out. It's
Yeah,
just
he's
a matter of who
done.
does it.
She should just drop out.
He should retire. Sabatini, I think Sabatini's definitely running, but he's not going to win that
Dude,
primary.
Sabatini's just becoming never Trump. I like the guy, but dude, really, he's just becoming a never Trump. I'm getting so sick of some of these people. There's criticisms of Trump, but when you say, "Oh, everything's dog shit," we're having like we would have been better off with Harris Winnie. That's just retarded. But Jacko Max for 2. So mad we missed out on Plaskett to protect Mills. Yeah, we could have got rid of Plaskett, but freaking we had to protect Corey Mills. That is just insane. Yeah. If he's that big of a, how many votes has Mills screwed us over on for censures this year?
Well, that would be 2, I think.
Yeah.
Because that would have been Ilhan Omar, and then now the one from the Virgin Islands, who can't even vote anyways, but besides the point. And now his own censure is going to committee. Well, there was going to be a censure vote. I think there was supposed to be one for McCormick. I don't know if y'all talked about her.
Oh my god, we got breaking news.
That's going to be that's going to go to an expulsion vote, which will more than likely fail. Because Democrats are not. I mean, there'll probably be some moderates that do, but
the DOJ. Oh my god, we got break. Are you shitting me right now?
They declined to press charges or something. I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta pull this up. American Nerd for 6. What can we do that isn't going too far? Because the Bane/Soviet kangaroo courts sound too fair to me. Almost as bad as what the left did to Charlie Kirk. I don't know. Yeah.
Also, happy birthday to Erica Kirk.
Yeah, so right now it's the DOJ is going after Ed Martin. What the hell? What?
Ed Martin.
No way. So the prosecutors are going after Ed Martin and Bill Pulte. The DOJ is not going after Adam Schiff. They're going to target. Oh my God. A federal grand jury in Maryland is investigating whether Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte and DOJ prosecutor Ed Martin improperly appointed unauthorized people to help in mortgage fraud investigations. They're going after the two fucking people trying to do shit. Or own DOJ. So they're investigating. Oh my. Pam Bondi's more focused on going after Ed Martin, the one guy doing shit, doing anything in the DOJ. Oh my. Wow. Who's gonna defend Pam Bondi for this one? How are they gonna spin this one? Oh, Pam Bondi's a 70 chess move. American Nerd for 2. I thought Ed Martin worked for the DOJ. Yeah, they're investigating their own people. They're gonna spend more time on this shit than actually going after Adam Schiff. Yeah, it's time for Pam Bondi to go. I'm getting, oh my, wow. Yep, right here. Pam Bondi needs to go. This is insane. So you're telling me they can move heaven and earth to investigate the two people trying to do something, these assholes, but they can't charge Comey properly. Yep, it's confirmed by CNN. From CNN's Justice team, the Justice Department is investigating possible issues with the mortgage fraud investigation into Adam Schiff that is run by two Trump administration political appointees, Ed Martin and Bill Pulte. So they're going after the two people doing shit. That's what this basically says. Yeah, Ed Martin's the one guy trying to do something. He's trying to charge people with mortgage fraud. What are you guys' thoughts on this? What do you guys think about the DOJ doing this shit? Hello?
Don't trust, well, I would say something about Kash Patel, but it would probably get me, to get this banned, actually.
This is insane. What are we doing? I hate the DOJ. This has to be a final straw. You're telling me, but for those that don't, I know Bill Pulte, he was the one that, he casually proposed a 50-year mortgage to Trump, but he didn't actually, he didn't actually push through with it or whatever, but just a casual idea, and Trump went with it. But K-Cub for 2, this makes you think Bondi is more corrupt than dumb. Yeah. You're going after the two people doing something, because these two, they're going after Adam Schiff, Letitia James, who's the third one?
You weren't actually supposed to go after them. We just wanted to just tweet about it or make it look like we're doing something, and then
politically motivated. You can't make this shit up. They're going after them for political. Pam Bondi, everybody. This has to be a final straw for people. How can you defend this? How? They were about. The worst part is, I know for a fact they were going to charge these assholes like next week. They were about to get them. I guess mortgage fraud is legal. Yeah. Oh, because they appointed people they didn't like. That's what it's coming down to. Pam Bondi, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad. This is really bad. I really hope someone tells Trump that Bondi sucks. You know, people are trying to scream at him for months about this. But he won't listen. And now, the two people doing shit, the two cases that were like ironclad, they might be thrown out.
Is it time to start blasting FDT again?
I don't know. This is insane. Jacko Max for 5. Bonnie Dillon need to go. I used to be a big Dillon supporter and wanted her to be RNC chair, but her comments on H1Bs are disqualifying. They suck. Well, okay, I can live with. I like Dillon, so I'm a little biased on that part, but you got to get rid of Bondi. You cannot have Bondi in charge of the DOJ. This is insane. She can't even control her own investigations. She can't even control. She can't even charge people properly. Now she's firing the 2 people that are doing stuff. This is bad. I hate Robert Barnes, but most of the time, but he's absolutely right in Bondi. Yeah, you cannot have this. Because, again, Ed Martin was in charge of going after these people, and Adam Schiff, and now they're going to go after them because they're digging too much into it, I guess. Unbelievable.
Maybe Barris is right after all. I don't know. I'm kidding, but you know.
Eli for 27. Luke is right. Your whole system's absolutely cooked. Yeah, I mean, they can they have to go through hell to charge people like Comey, but in seconds they're able to start a new investigation. Yeah, it's a federal grand jury.
We investigate the DOJ for why they're taking so long.
Let's investigate Pam Bondi. So yeah.
Pam Bondi, I am open. Pam Bondi's going to open an investigation.
Yeah. Because, okay, more of this case. Yeah, so this is a grand jury in Maryland. So the DOJ's pulling shit right now.
DOJ.
Yeah, so the only good people in the DOJ is Ed Martin. Dillon, I know people have issues with, but she's in charge of what's the part of the DOJ she's in charge of? It's like the Civil Rights Division, I think.
The only problem people have with Dillon is she did that cringe prayer at the RNC. I haven't seen anything bad that she's done. Like, I honestly, like, it's stupid. All that shit is stupid.
All right. American Order for 5. If I may use a Lord of the Rings reference, Bonnie's is the worm ton of the admin, always line of being deceitful to Trump like Theon did before Gandalf saved him. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, President Trump, yeah, people are losing their minds over Trump's tweet about, like, seditious behavior. I mean, he's not wrong. But yeah, people are losing their minds, of course. Yeah, it's just very sad. I mean, if they
violent rhetoric.
I'll say this: if they fire Ed Martin and Bill Pulte over this, that's just unacceptable. Yeah, this is a good point by Tom and Chad. Dillon is actually in her job. She's in charge of the Civil Rights Division, and she's fired a bunch of people. And suddenly, the Civil Rights Division, they're doing their damn job, actually enforcing civil rights laws. But now, you have Bondi not doing anything, keeping the same people in place. Again, I'm not a big fan of what she said about H-1Bs, but her job isn't H-1Bs. It's civil rights stuff. And she's done a fantastic job. It's been completely overhauled. Thank you, Colton, for bringing that up. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, hopefully I didn't, I didn't, the background noise didn't come in.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, good.
Y'all get duped by...
What do you guys think? Sorry, I had to go for a bit.
So, you know who Ed Martin is and Bill Pulte? The admin?
Very vaguely.
So, Ed Martin's, he's a top guy at the DOJ. He's investigating people like Schiff for mortgage fraud and stuff. And Letitia James. He's like one of the few people trying to do shit. Same thing with Bill Pulte. He's in charge of the housing stuff. Well, now the
doing
DOJ...
something in this administration? What?
What happened?
I said... We're doing something in this admin? What are you talking about? No. You're not supposed to do anything.
But Luke,
you're supposed to cook farm. Kidding.
But yeah, these two are actually doing their damn jobs, and now the DOJ is investigating both of them.
Yeah, so Pam Bondi's trying to get rid of them for not clip farming.
The two people in the DOJ doing their damn... Well, he's not part of the DOJ, but yeah. The one guy in the DOJ doing his damn job for going after mortgage fraud...
Guys, you weren't supposed to actually do something. You were just supposed to clip farm so it's, we can appeal to our base. The base wants to look like, we want to look like we're trying to do something, and,
This is crazy. These fucking people on Twitter lose their damn minds. Not a surprise. She was with Hannity yesterday.
What else is in the news before we go on another hour and a half long rant about Pam Bondi?
I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, she was with Hannity again. Yeah, she's always, it's like one of those memes like Bill Clinton. It's like there's two people in this picture. He's like sitting at the desk. That's
her two skills are going on Hannity and writing strongly worded letters. Those are two.
Yeah. Oh shit, drop something. Did Ed Martin not go on Fox News enough? Yeah, well he posts stuff on Twitter, but he's doing shit. He's trying his best. I mean, he was the one trying to save Alex Jones for crying out loud, but take guess who struck that one down. Take guess who.
And Bondi is a bit.
Yeah. Ed Martin was going to try to save Alex Jones because that was a bullshit case, and Pam Bondi stopped him immediately. Sean Hannity and Pam Bondi are fucking, aren't they? Well, again, when Sean Hannity is doing his show, there's two people in the picture. We only see Hannity. You can probably get some referencing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are fucking. In fact, that's
probably.
I think that's who Hannity is going for now that Lindsey Graham is. Isn't he married or something? I don't actually know. Never mind. No, it was. I think actually no. Hannity himself is. I think he got married recently, but
yeah.
You know, he's had his own share of affairs. You know, Lindsey Graham.
Going down on Hannity. Yep, that's one way to put it.
Anyway, so on Tuesday, I went to the Texas Attorney General Forum in Dallas. There's 4 candidates in the race. 3 of them actually attended the forum. The one that didn't was Chip Roy because he had to vote on the Epstein files.
Yeah, so he actually did something.
Yeah, so Aaron Wrights is by far the best candidate in the race. There's also Mays Middleton and Joan Huffman. They're both state senators. Middleton's all right. Huffman's weak. I will note, though, Wrights consistently got the loudest applause during the forum. So it seems like he's kind of the grassroots choice, but basically, votes free is kind of a race for second place because Chip Roy is the overwhelming favorite right now in the polls. But I would recommend, if you guys live in Texas, to vote for Aaron Wrights for Attorney General. He has my complete and total endorsement.
Yay. America Nerd for 2. So is it time to doom again? No, I'm not saying doom like, but there's gotta be a big outcry to this one. If they fire Ed Martin at the DOJ, when Trump is pushing hard for this guy, that's the shady part. Ed Martin's one of the few guys doing something. And that's who Pam Bondi's focused on. All right.
Is Trump going to fire Ed Martin now?
No. Ed Martin's a good guy, and Trump likes him. He tried to give us he pushed hard for him to be the attorney of D.C., the district attorney. He pushed hard at that, but obviously it didn't go anywhere.
But does he like Pam Bondi? But does he like Pam Bondi more, though?
I don't know. But man, this sucks. All right, buddy. So I think that's it for today's stream. There's some good stuff Trump admin's doing. The jobs report is pretty good. We kind of mentioned that, but yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. I kind of got going. We kind of got off tangent. So K-Cub for 2. Wait, doesn't Hannity have a live audience? Oh boy, no, he doesn't. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at.